Hey there guys, and welcome back. So this is, as the title suggests, just kind of a chill out and hangout stream. I just found Stable Diffusion, which is nice. And I used it to make a thumbnail so far, which you've seen. That is over here. Let's pull GIMP up really quick. That was this one. And looking forward to using it for other stuff. So, for the time being, we'll go ahead and start making some more thumbnails. Group. Just get GIMP set up really quick, and then toss back over to Stable Diffusion. So let's see, what do I want to do next? As an example, back over here, let's see if, alright, there we go. So this is where I started out with. I started out with this, and then I went ahead and clicked the tiling button, and got it tileable, and then threw it into GIMP. And added in the little drones, our little scout bots that we made. And I will use this opportunity to point out that, as you will notice here, when you run it after you've added stuff to it, it will modify basically anything in here. So you can see that it's done some pretty interesting things. Many of them look very, very bad to our scout bots. So one of those things, it doesn't solve the entire problem. I was hoping that what it would do is that it would blend them into the background better. It obviously does not do that. I mean, it's not terrible, honestly. It does kind of flatten the drawing a little bit, just flatten the scout bots so they're not as obnoxious. But since it goes heads and modifies the scout bots as well, that's not exactly going to help us. So for the time being, we're going to go ahead and just use this to make backgrounds and go from there. So let's see. So what do I feel like making? Sorry. Ugh. Funny, because normally these things just kind of come to me as I'm doing thumbnails, and suddenly I'm streaming and nothing's really coming to me. So let me go ahead and pop open the LiteLike list and take a look at my other thumbnails. See if anything doesn't spark my imagination. Hey, you know what? Let's see how it does with this prompt. Never mind. I've already got two. I mean, I got several space ones, but I was thinking about doing another. What do you call it? Another gas cloud one, space gas cloud, whatever that we call those. Nebulas, another nebula one. But that. Probably have enough of those in space ones, so let's do some more terrestrial ones. I guess an ocean one. We haven't done any kind of oceans, so and here's the another thing I'll mention is that the tutorial I watched on this guy actually used full text, like a full explanatory text. I'm kind of curious how much that really affects it, as opposed to just listing things out like I'm doing right here. Ocean. Let's see. Calm. No. Choppy waves. Do we want an island? Maybe not. Maybe not. I'm trying to think of more descriptive things because it's better when you give it more prompts, it seems like. Like even this is pretty... Well, actually coming back here, this is what I started with. And it gave me, you know, obviously something I was happy with, but fact of the matter is that all my options, like this one, actually I don't recall seeing this one, which is interesting, but it gave me a lot of ones that looked very similar when I was playing with it earlier, so I'm trying to get away from that. Okay, so we're at... Alright, 4 of them. This wants to be up a little bit higher. And... Yeah, let's see what happens. It's gonna take a minute, and the stream might get a little laggy because it is using computer resources. Actually, the other question is whether or not it's still actually... Yeah, so I just checked the command terminal, and it's at 0%, just like it is over here. So one of those things, I wonder whether or not it isn't locked up right now, since I've left it hanging. Uh-oh, I'm stuck. Let's see. Let's try doing this. Okay, it looks like it's started to move. I'm half tempted to cancel it anyway and reload. Just because I don't recall it being this slow last time, and I even cleared up some space on my hard drive, hoping that would help. I mean, not that it necessarily would, but figure I might do something. So I'm gonna go ahead and cancel this out. Yes. And I'm gonna relaunch. Alright, relaunching now. Let me copy this before I hit Control R. Assuming that it relaunches just fine. So, in other news, I obviously have not been streaming the past couple of days. There's a couple reasons for that. First reason is, frankly, I was just kind of in a funk. Now, the reason I was in a funk could be due to a couple of different reasons. Reason number one is reason number two. And reason number two is that I stopped drinking coffee this past week, starting last Saturday. Plan on taking at least 2 weeks off from coffee, give myself a rest. I was drinking a lot of coffee for a long time, and I've always heard that, you know, it's good to take breaks from coffee, let yourself get, you know, lower your resistances back down to it, makes it more effective, whatnot. So I decided to finally go ahead and do that. So I could have been partly in a funk just because I had quit coffee. The second reason, or another reason, because the second reason was also that I drank coffee, or wasn't drinking coffee. Another reason was, frankly, hit a number of roadblocks along the way, not moving the channel along as quickly as I would like with the projects. Both the Dremel project and the desk project are frankly kind of boring and not particularly interesting. There we go. It is back up and it is still at the same URL. Good. So we'll reload. And therefore, oh, actually, this might be part of the problem, is that I upped these guys to get myself widescreen. I guess that's possibly part of the reason why it was slow. So, one of those things, just a little bit of ennui there. Let's see how quickly it goes here, or slowly. I did get other ideas for, yeah, it looks like it's going a good bit quicker now. Cool. So it does look like it just hung up in the background. With the desk project, I actually think I will be redoing that one. It's really not to my liking where I'm at right now, and the amount of extrusion I need is actually kind of expensive, which is a little bit of a problem. So we very well may be going with a different material. And the other problem with the desk project is that it has an inherent problem in that the things I put on the gantry can't really swap places, you know? I can't roll them past each other. So, a few different things with that. One, if I value kind of forward and back more than I value left and right, I can always change the orientation of the gantry so that the gantry rolls. So imagine this is looking straight down right. Right now I was assuming that gantry would run crosswise, but I could always swap that and go this way instead. That's definitely a possibility. That's one thing I was thinking about. Another problem I ran into was that I started doing the maps, and I've been putting off the maps on LiteLike for a while now, and it's one of these things where I got stuck on Monday. This was actually just Monday. One of those things went to fire up my next thing, and maybe a combination of just being a bit tired and not really focused, because again, points A and B. Frankly, the map could be extremely difficult, and I'm saying could be just because I actually don't know how randomly generated the map is in a dark room, so I might be going overboard here. But I started reading different. I like this one. That's funny. That is really funny. So it's actually got watermarks on here, it looks like. That's hilarious. Alright, I like this one. Let's pop over here. Where is I going with this? Oh yes, the fact of the matter is that maybe just because I was tired and not focused, I really should have just skipped that whole entire generation part. I was reading a whole bunch of articles from a guy that did roguelite random map generation, and it really can get super intense, not intense, in depth. And the fact of the matter is that I maybe don't need to go that in depth, and maybe the map isn't even that randomized to begin with, so I probably should have just glossed over that and just gotten work done, but I allowed myself to get hung up on it, and that definitely slowed me down. So, let's see. Gonna refine this a little bit. Go ahead and turn this down some. Let's see what happens. And in the meantime, while that's running, let us, and didn't think of this, but we're gonna want to put stuff in here. I guess we'll do some more scout bots for the time being. I haven't designed anything else to go with scout bots. So, aside from the spaceships. Let's see. Opening up Fusion right now. Huh. This is funny. Now the other one has... Yeah, this is really funny. I didn't have any of these problems with it running the other day. I wonder why. Huh. Let me go ahead and pull Task Manager. See what we're looking at there. Okay, it looks like it finally started going. I wonder why. Maybe it stopped because I was just booting up Fusion. Maybe Fusion just decided to hog everything and it was being patient for Fusion. It's a possibility. Interesting. The other thing is that I don't know whether or not... Let's see settings really quick. So this is interesting. It's saving all my pictures, which is not necessary. I was looking for... whether or not it had access to my GPU is what I wanted to check, and I do not see any GPU stuff in here. It's kind of important if it does. So this is the one most like it, what I was going for. Let's open that up bigger. Honestly, not terrible. Alright, you know what? I'll bite. Maybe we'll run it through one more time. Send to image. Let us turn this back to 75. Forgot to move that up. And I actually can't remember what sampling steps does. Well, let us go ahead and hit the generate button, see what comes out of that this time. Boop, boop, do, 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 do. And let us file random models, and this guy. So this is what I've been using for like my stage for setting this stuff up. Oh, whoops, that is VS Code. That is not Fusion Desktop. There we go. So this is what I've been using for basically my stage for setting up the the scenes, and then applying the background to it. So go ahead and delete that guy for right now. And yeah, okay. I am lagging like crazy. I need more RAM, that's what I need. Let's see. Let's check the computer specs. Whoops, not that one. Do. Let's see. Gonna go ahead and turn that, close that really quick. How much RAMers do I have? Yeah, so I got, what is that, 4 sticks of 4 gigs in here. Probably got some more. Actually, I wonder how many slots I have in my motherboard. I think I actually have empty slots. Where are we at with the progress? Alright, progress is done. Let's swap back over to that then. Close some of these extra windows out really quick, and then let's swap us back over to see what we got. Alright. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Not that one. That one's too geometric. Don't particularly like that one. There's too much going on. That one's kind of interesting. Some weird thing right there. And then this one is just a lot like this one, just a little bit more refined. So the question is, how much do I want in it? I kind of like that thing. And it's not really, it's kind of at an angle, right? So that's pretty interesting. I do like that. So I think this might be a winner right here. Copy image, back over to GIMP. Control V, to new image. Is that really? Hold on. I was gonna say, is that the correct size? I guess that is the correct size. Okay, gotcha. All right, and let's just scale this up with 720 scale. Get you in place. Let's turn the background off really quick. There's that. And shoot, we're not gonna get to see the big guy because of my stupid live symbol. You know what? That's gone. For the sake of this, that is gone. So, how do we want these guys? Whoops, Control Z. There we go. How do we want these guys arranged on here? I think I kind of want them pointing down. See, there's two different ways to look at this, right? The one is that they could be coming from over here. They could be going, well, three ways. Could be going from there, could be going from there. Because that thing's so prominent, it makes sense for them to be interacting in some way with it. Or they could just be, you know, scouting around. Maybe. Let me kill this window really quick. Discard. maybe we actually have two groups. Maybe we have one group up in here and another group down here. Up in here can be either just floating around or going from there. And then the other group could be, nah, you know what? We're going to get a back view of these guys going that way. That's what we're going to do. So, swap over to Fusione. Alright, so we're going to want these guys. Components. These guys are going to all be heading in the same direction. Okay. Move components. Right about there? Alright, cool. So they're all in the same direction. And I normally have them in a V pattern. Oops, Control Z. Okay. So in a V pattern. And let's see. GIMP. Let's see. Something like huh. Let me take you back to Fusion. Using my preview window over there as a second window to see GIMP. But so it kind of needs to be, and I think the problem here is that I'm gonna have to go into free orbit to get where I want to be. Yeah, so maybe I want to get down behind them. Maybe like that. Let's try that. See how that looks. Grab that. Pop back over to GIMP. Paste as new image. Fuzzies. Delete. Yeah, that one's going to get us in a little bit of trouble. These guys, I only miss out on a little bit. You can fix that. You know what? I don't want to fix it. Control A, and we'll just clean up here a little bit. Whoops. That one's probably alright, yeah. That guy right there. Some more on this edge. Probably not. There. Do. Yeah. Right there. Dun 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 dun. Boom, 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 boom. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, unfortunately, this is one of those interesting things where I wish Fusion had better photo box options for the environment. More, I guess, better environment options is what I should say. What I have done in the past, which helps, is I have actually gone into the online viewer and viewed it in an online viewer, because that actually does have several different environment envelopes you can put them in, environment settings. The problem is that you can't define your own, which is a bit annoying. I wish you'd be able to define your own, and then it could, you know, basically extrapolate the color temperature, for example. That would make things a lot easier for me, and I wouldn't have to come back in here and do this. I could just fuzzy select, and all these edge pieces would be a, for example, blue color instead. And then I wouldn't have to touch them, because they would just blend right into the, blend right into the background. So that would save me a little bit of time. Now, granted, I'm not going to complain too much, just because this has saved me a heck of a lot of time not having to do the backgrounds. But things could be better. Yeah, this top edge. Whoops, not that. Right here. Alright. Select, copy, paste to new layer. Alright. And I guess they probably need to be rotated a little bit. Rotate. Let me click off. Maybe back this way a little bit, just because of their size. And then we will go ahead and, actually, I have that transparent layer in here already. Let us go ahead and touch these up a little bit. Control insert, click that, grab my airbrush, and we can make this big. Okie dookies, and then we can give them some highlights. Let's do this. just in case I screw something up. Let's see, right about there. Let's grab. Actually, you know what? I maybe should have. They do have a dark blue photo box. That actually may have worked. A lot of times it doesn't really help. The photo boxes they have, the environments that they have online don't really help too much. If anything, I've just used like the dark gray one to kind of darken stuff up. And I think I kind of want to accent this stuff a little bit more. There's that. Select by color. Let me. Oh. Down here. Down there. That. Try to get as many of these colors as I can, as is reasonable. Let's see. All right. And then, let's try dodging this. Oh, shoot. No, I do need to... where's my undo list? Yeah, come back here. Let's see. Control C, Control V. 2 new layer. And let me move that up. All right. Then and that. Okay. Okay. Control insert, delete. Oh shoot. Control Z. Delete. There we go. And now come back in here. Do that. Turn this stuff back on. Huh. What did I screw up? I murdered these guys. Okay, there's that. There is that. Okay. Okay. Take 4. Oh, shoot. Invert. There we go. Oh, there we go. I was gonna say something something went wrong there, but there we go. Forgot my other layers. Should I do something about the boosters? I haven't done anything about the boosters on anything else, but you know what? This is aight. So let's see, which one do I need next? We need the colony demo one, which I did on. Let's mute myself here. What was the date I did this one? Catch up, please. Thank you all. 9:25. Okay, so that is 9:25. So save this guy as save thumbnail 9:25, and this is LiteLike. Export. And back over to YouTube's. Let's get that changed. Content, calling demo, thumbnail, change. And there we go. Thumbnail number 1 done. Let's do one more lightlessness. Lightlessness is a campaign we run over on Paths Podcast. If you have not been listening, that should be at some point be coming back up. The campaign, we are on hiatus for the time being, which is why I'm running the campaign, the pickup campaigns. But I meant to say LiteLike. We'll do one more LiteLike thumbnail, and then I will go ahead and do I wanted to do another D&D thumbnail, or not another D&D thumbnail for the future. I don't know when I'll next need it, because we are actually 2 full dungeons ahead of schedule because my party screwed up a little bit. But the fact of the matter is that I'm running out of thumbnails for D&D, at least on the website that I was using. So we'll see how well it can go ahead and hit Control S really quick. Go ahead and do fantasy ones, whether or not we can't get it to do a full-on fantasy battle or something like that. And where is Stable Diffusion? There it is. Swap you guys back over. Close this guy. And let's see, what are we doing next for our background? Let's do a volcanic planet. Yeah, I guess that's the thing. Volcanic landscape. Landscape. Volcanic landscape with this is one I haven't tried yet with Stable Diffusion. I'm gonna go ahead and describe animals, I guess, with phoenix-like birds in the background. And this is how the guy again that I was talking about earlier, the tutorial I saw, was doing it. He was actually writing full-on sentences, unlike what I've been doing with the just snippets and keywords. Let's see. The background. Let's say spotted with lava pools and with phoenix-like birds in the background. And we will try that. We are at 12 for, and let's go ahead and that generate button. I think this one I'll actually have the task manager, so actually that's a good point. I just realized this is the one thing I'm doing differently that wasn't happening before. When I was doing this the other day, I was not streaming at the same time, so that's probably a significant pull on the resources. Wow, you know what? Okay. We are going to hop back over to something that does not murder my computer. Because this is what we call a serious deadlock. Okay, so I just hopped over to, I just opened up Task Manager. And I'm actually not pulling that much more memory than I was just minutes ago. Huh. So I had seen the CPU spike pretty bad when Task Manager first opened up, and then you know how you open Task Manager? And then all the programs are like, oh crap, you opened Task Manager. So I'm guessing that my preview window on my streaming software was trying to keep up with Fusion, which is also resource intensive, and therefore when I swapped you guys over to Edge, that freed me up a little bit. Now the other weird thing here is that, okay, I can't minimize. I was going to say I'll try minimizing my streaming software because the live preview probably is not doing me any favors. But it doesn't want to do that. Looks like we are pretty taxed right now, despite the fact that Task Manager is saying that we're not really doing that bad. Fascinating. I'm trying to minimize it, but it's just plain not happening. Let's see. Can I minimize it through Task Manager? Task Manager. See, I could have swore they used to have window settings, you know, minimize, etc. in Task Manager, but the last couple times I've tried to get them, I have not seen it. So, I'm wondering if they took them out. The ability to minimize windows, maximize windows from Task Manager. Wonder if they removed that. Do 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 do. What if I hit Win key D and then pop back open Stable Diffusion? Yeah, it's funny. Now the yeah, I did that. Stable Diffusion is now going quickly, relatively quickly, and my streaming flash word just flashed at me for some reason. I guess just catching up finally. So that is. This is definitely something we need to get fixed in the future. In that case, let's see. I had opened up everyone's favorite computer parts store. Let's see. Do I know what kind of RAM I have? I think I have DDR4 in here right now. I don't think I have DDR5. And let's assume I have another 4 slots available. Let's see. Part of me was hoping that RAM came down in price. I don't think it did. I think this is roundabout where I recalled seeing it. When I first, well, actually, I can't really say that because it's probably been over 10 years since I built this PC. So, that's actually kind of hard to say whether or not it came down. Let's see. Stable diffusion almost done. That's good. Let's see. Alright, cool. Stable diffusion is done. So let's look at that. And I can finally bring my preview window back up. So this one is not, I don't particularly like this one. Don't particularly like that one. So this is interesting. They've all got this kind of, they all got the same kind of style there. I don't particularly like that kind of style. Let's see. What are we going to do about this then? From above. I was really thinking more from above anyway. Let's take this out and go with that then, and prepare for the buffering. Actually, well, no, never mind. I will minimize this. I should have minimized that before I started the stupid, before I started generating images. I probably should have minimized my preview window, since we already established that that's a bit of a problem. Okay, there we go. So let me actually drag this window over so you can watch it with me. Oh, all of a sudden, oh yeah, that's right. It's going quickly because we do not have the preview window up. But anyway, there we go. Oh, nope, that did not work. I was over on Newegg. So anyway, just looking at prices. 16. I gotta check what I have in here right now. I just kind of clicked the first thing here, and yeah, I really gotta check what I need to match to for my RAM. Otherwise, one of those things. RAM, yes, a little expensive. Not prohibitively expensive. I mean, let's face it, if I can fit 2 more 16 sticks in here, that's doubling what I got right now. I just can't remember, honestly. It's been so long since I've done computers. I honestly cannot remember whether or not you're allowed to mix 16s and 8s, or whether or not it's just a matter of the speeds is the big problem, and everything else is groovy. So we'll investigate that later. Let's see if I pull. I was tempted, because I think it very well may be my streaming software that's slowing me down so much. So I'm tempted to pull Fusion up right now and get back to manipulating that that space station. But it may not be necessary. None of these are really doing it for me. Numerous calderas and mountain peaks, volcanoes. Let's try that. Yeah, again, I kind of wanted it more top down, but these top downs are frankly not great. So that's why I took the top down from it off the prompt. Another thing I could do is we could come over here, volcano, landscapes, come over here, and two things. One, look for artist names, and two, maybe take some of these and kind of cut and paste them to get to let it know what we basically want, because again we could do image to image with the prompt. So I'm honestly not seeing anything really speaking to me though. Like, this is close to like somewhere between let's try fantasy. There we go, that's better. Do boom 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 boom. Do 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 do. Pinterest is always so confusing. Let's see. Not that button. I want something that's not Pinterest. Okay, this does not seem to have. I'm trying to find an original here. Well, we'll move on. That gives me some info on that one at least. Deviant art. Do we got a deviant art list? There we go. Nope, we don't. I take it back. Alright. There we go. Nope, still not there. Okay. So that does not exist anymore. Let's check back on you. Nah, see? Not great, not great. Okay. Okay, image sizes. Alright. So let's do this. Grab that, hop over to GIMP. Where's GIMP? Where'd GIMP go? There we go. New image. And where's my streaming software? There we go, GIMP. New image. Alpha, delete, paste. Toss that there. Grab another one. Toss that one. Toss this one. Actually, try to get that one without the Pinterest logo on it. Delete it. And forgot to do 2 new layers, so let's back up a hot second. There we go, 2 new layer. And then V 2 new layer. And we'll see what it does with this. Or actually, I guess I'll export this. Export, export. And then we'll toss it in. I can delete this one now. We don't need this one anymore. Backward edge. And I can drag and drop here, right? Clear that and then drag and drop. Cool. So where's my folder? All right, let's drag and drop this in here. And that is at 12 now. We're gonna go ahead and give you a lot of leeway with this. And let's see what happens now. Back to text, copy this over. Welcome to Buffer World, population U. Time for the infamous window key of obliterate everything. And there it goes. All right, cool. We are back online, it looks like. So, grab Fusion. Actually, you know what? I will attempt. Let me do this. Let's see what window that popped up in. All right, that popped in the one you're staring at. That's great. Thank you, Fusion. And toss you back on there. Open the space station up, go to view, and let me try a couple photo boxes on this guy while we're working. 100% over here. Dude. Great. Great. Alright, so that's what that did. Not ideal. I kind of wanted you to just kind of run with it. So, let us hop back over to GIMP. There we go. And I guess what I'm going to do at this point is, let's see, scale. Not that one. See what we can do that one. Do this maybe. Whoops. Okay, that did not work. Well, we'll scale that guy then. Scale. And this may not really work. Actually, this needs to layer, crop to selection, or let me invert selection first and then we can crop to it. Layer, crop to selection. There we go. And now we can go ahead and, oh, it didn't actually crop the layer. You dirtbag. Alright, where's layer zealous crop? Or crop to content? There we go. Crop to content worked. Alright, do that. Scale. And then we'll try exporting this again. Exporting. Minimize. Edge. Come back over here. There's my pictures. There they are. Try that again. And hopefully this time it doesn't, it actually tries to blur the stuff together. That's what my hope is. Lava rivers. Alright, and let me minimize the streaming software this time. Minimized. And now we hit generate. And we'll see how that does. Alright, let's see. It looks like we're not bug when it boots up, once it's trying to figure out what the heck it's doing. Oh, this is... Okay. Alright. So, if this volcano pick doesn't work out this time, because of how bad this is lagging my computer, we're going to have to not do this for a while until I get an upgrade on my computer so that we can actually handle this. Or, again, see if... I'm imagining there's GPU support, and I'm not sure that I'm actually using GPU. I'm not sure how to check that it's actually using my GPU. So... that's something that I may want to, or I will look into rather. I will look into. While we're waiting for everything to catch up, I am scrolling through the command prompt history. And I don't see any mention of GPU here, so... Huh. Alright, well... Sorry for the super laggy stream, did not realize this was gonna happen. Again, I don't want to really click too much here. Like, the command prompt probably isn't going to kill us in terms of usage. Looks like Autodesk is, though. Fusion is. So I'm going to go ahead and close Fusion. Attempt to get the model out of the online viewer instead. So I don't need Fusion up right now, so we can clear up some space that way. It is saying that after I've closed Fusion, now my broadcaster is the #1 source of issues. Well, it's going back between that and Edge and the internet browser, so... I'm kind of curious what the internet browser needs. Let me close this stuff out. Because this web page should just be, you know, very simple GUI updates right here. So it shouldn't really be taking that much of my RAM. The only other possibility is my preview window over on YouTube. Let me minimize. Yeah, it doesn't really appear to help. Although, you know what? I wonder if that's counting my other user. Yeah, actually, I guess that probably is counting my other user. So all the tabs I have open on my other user is probably part of that. Although I did drop a good 10% on RAM usage after pausing the live preview in YouTube. So that's nice. That's nice. We're still at 3%. It's funny because normally when it starts rolling, it was just rolling, right? I mentioned that I cleared up some space, but if it's auto-saving all these images, the reason it may be taking longer and longer to do is that possibly I am running out of hard drive space. Definitely a possibility. Let's see. I'm checking into it. Yeah, I mean, I'm not super close to running out of hard drive space. So I guess that's not it. Just taking an extra lot of time this time to generate. Do not recall it taking nearly this long before. So honestly, frankly, because it is hanging up so bad, I think I am actually going to stop it and end the stream here because I'm not actually convinced that what we did here is going to totally help. So that may just be where we're at. I think that was just one. And hopefully I didn't click that too many times. Okay, doesn't look like I did. Okay, well, that's been a stream. It was definitely a stream. I guess I will not be streaming this until I have all those other bugs worked out. So, if you have been hanging out, thank you. And if this was enjoyable, I'm glad. Unfortunately, we did only get one. Yeah, I just double checked. It was only one thumbnail in the past hour, which is not great. Probably, I mean, not probably, certainly would have gotten done more if this was not so laggy. But we'll see what we can do about that moving forward, as I said. So, anyway, thank you guys for watching, if you have been. And look forward to content going into the weekend. One of those things, content always picks up going into the weekend. And I am definitely starting today feeling better with the no coffee thing. Feeling a bit more energy. So, I should be back on the grind, as they say, going into the weekend. And otherwise, as always, I hope you have a great and wonderful day, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're in the world. And I'll catch you next time.